The following episode is brought to you by Poison City Brewing, proud makers of Durban Poison Cannabis Lager, the beer that invites you to live your poison. Well, basically, we're hosting KamixxBleach today, and the crazy part is, I know this homie from way back, one of the most consistent producers, one of the most consistent artists. This homie has been doing this since I was in high school as well. And the crazy part is we haven't even met in real life. So, for you, I guess right off the bat, Maji, the fact that you've been at this for a very long time. As I said, I was still in high school, probably still like in grade 9, and you had already still been doing it when I met you. What has sort of kept you this consistent, Maji, from the jump?
Hey man, most of it is like work and the energy to keep the culture going.
Mhm.
And I know I can make connections and I know I can pull through for a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously, one of the things that is distinct about your journey as well is you've had a lot of name changes, bro. You didn't always go by KamixxBleach. So what has sort of inspired all the name changes? I remember at one point you were Kami Kurosaki, and what sort of accompanies all these different name changes? Is it a change in sound? Is it a change in approach? Tell me a bit more about that.
I had a lot of names. Like one of them was Tai Kurosaki, the
Yeah,
other one was Kami Kurosaki, the other one was Kurosaki Got Bands,
yeah.
and then there was also another one which I used to go by before. It was Sydney Wolf. There's a whole lot, bro. So I came to a conclusion where I just can't be using all these aliases, bro. So stick to one name, and I got KamixxBleach from, Kami had to stay, which means God, and then Bleach I got them from watching like Naruto and stuff and Ichigo and shit. So
Yeah.
I just came to one conclusion. I'm like, okay, if I can take this Japanese sauce and put it in my music, it probably would create an image of me in South Africa of who exactly am I. So I came to that. I came to the conclusion of let me just use that off the bat.
Tell us a bit more about the anime side, bro. Obviously, you mentioned Bleach there, or Ichigo. You mentioned Naruto in there. What are some of your all-time favorites when it comes to anime?
Well, I'm not really into the anime like that. I don't like watching like subtitles. Like,
Yeah, it makes
yeah,
sense, bro. Like, I mean, you gotta. There's nothing wrong with getting influence from various places, my bro. And so, I really understand what it comes. It comes from a deep place. Now, considering the fact that you're all the way from PMB, what is the scene like that side? I remember a couple of years back, we had an artist by the name of SK on the show who was
my
representing.
God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was representing Pietermaritzburg hard, and he also, like when I mentioned you in that episode, bro, he recognized. He was like, "Yo, that's one of the most respected producers out in PMB." So your craft has gone to that extent. Other artists, they hype you up and all that there. So being from PMB, Maji, what's that experience like being from Pietermaritzburg and being a musician, a producer, and artist?
SK was the first guy that I actually like met in terms of putting in work, bro. I was
Mm.
like, damn, bro, SK, you putting in work. Apparently, we also met up on SoundCloud at one point, and then we met in real life. And then he's like, oh shit, is that you, Kami, dog? I was like, oh, SK, you don't see me, dog. I like, what? And he probably doesn't realize it that I went with his little brother to the same school, same primary school, Northern Park.
Yes, bro. You guys, it really seems like there's a lot of history there, and it's really dope when you get, two, big artists from a certain area, coming together and sort of working together like that there. And the fact that you guys come from Pietermaritzburg, from you who's there, who's seen how things are like over the years and stuff like that, is there like a booming hip hop scene there for as someone who's part of the hip hop culture that side?
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, like SK used to hook me up with shows. And yeah, like he's the one that's really like pushing the movement, bro.
Mm.
Like for PNB mostly, I'd consider him as one of the forefront people that are actually putting like this hip hop culture out there as a Peter Marisburg representative. And I'm doing the same thing in Johannesburg. Like I know some people feel like, oh my God, this guy is in Johannesburg and he's not repping the city.
Yeah.
I'm helping the city outside. That's what I'm doing. you know.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I think you mentioned a key point there when you say that, you pushing things out in Johannesburg. When did that move happen? When did you relocate from PMB and go to Joburg? And sort of let me in on what motivated that move. Why did you decide to take things to Joburg?
Well, I went to varsity college in 2014, and I spent 3 years in varsity college doing like my bridging course, and then I started doing BCom and stuff. Then I didn't finish my BCom, and I told my mom that I actually want to be a sound engineer and push my music forward. And I sat down with my mom, and she actually like came to a conclusion where I can go to an engineering school, which was Academy of Sound Engineering in Johannesburg in Oakland Park. And I've been there, and so far I've got like my Pro Tools done. So now I started like my own label, and yeah, I haven't signed anybody, but however, I'm gonna start signing producers so I can get my sound and work with other people. So now it's just the hustle and the grind.
That is beautiful, my bro. Like, especially the part where you say, Woodsy, you ended up studying sound engineering and all that there. As someone who had been, deep within sound before studying, would you say the fact that you then thereafter started studying sound engineering helped in any way? If you had to compare the things that you learned yourself over the years when it comes to production and some of the stuff that you learned doing sound engineering, would you say that it sort of helped in any way, or it was unnecessary? How has it sort of helped you, if it has?
I won't lie to you, this has helped me a lot because now I have insights on business laws, and
Mm.
I have insights on how things are done in the
Yeah.
music industry, and where to get your royalties, and and where can you not use samples, and how do you clear them, and all these organizations that actually help you get the rights to your song. For
Yeah.
example, Samro, Topeso, Risa, all that. Like you need all of that.
And on sort of a sonic level, and sort of the level of actually making music and doing production, has it helped somehow, or is it more or less the same stuff that you had been doing prior?
It actually helped me a lot because there were some things that were missing in my knowledge before, because sometimes just studying like the game on your own without like the books or like clear knowledge of where you can find like the information you need. For example, with the music laws, there's some contracts that I couldn't read by myself until I actually went through classes, and now I understand like all these languages that they use in order to like you know let you sign or put you in a 360.
No, that makes sense, bro. And I think one thing that your fans can also pick up is that it's just been a really massive journey of growth, and it's just really nice and heartwarming that it's come full 360 in a way, in that you started this off as a passion, and then now you basically qualified to do this. It's one of the most heartwarming things, to come
Yeah.
of this. And obviously up in Joburg, how have things been? What sort of differences have you noticed, between the scene in Pietermaritzburg and the scene up in Joburg?
More opportunities
How so?
in terms of shows. They're eager to hear what you gotta say. Like for example, if I go to like I used to have shows in what's this place called? It's in Braamfontein. It's got shut down now. But like I used to go to that club, and they used to be like, okay, like how much do you want to be charged for your performance? And
Mm,
I gave them a clear answer. I was like, can you give me 1.5? It's like,
yeah.
all right, sure. How many people can you bring in for us? And I told them, all right, I can attempt 30 to 50. I was like, all right, and we got a deal, and I got the bag that day. Compared to Marisburg, they'll be like, "Oh man, we don't have money, but however, we can we can give you a slot." Yeah, and I feel like I've been doing that. Like I understand where you have to get experience and you have to like just to get exposure out there and everything. But I've been doing that for a long time. Like it's about time I get paid now.
And it makes sense as well, bro, considering that you've actually studied for this. It's not like you just on the come up, and you've been doing it for a very long time. So people need to recognize, man, that it's time that artists eat as well, because they've invested their hard-earned cash and whatnot. So yeah, that's really nice, bro. And you did mention your record label there, that you started up. You obviously have no artists under you at the moment, but there are plans of getting some. You mentioned producers there.
Yeah.
What's the name of your label, bro?
It's Sauceboy Records.
And what is it? What is behind that name?
Well, sauce it's a play on words, like sauce like dripping and all that. But it's spelled differently. It's like SAUSSE
Mm.
rather than your regular SAUCE. Because I
Yeah.
feel like there could be like some copyrights to that, so I wanted to change it.
And what is your mission with this record label, bro? Like, what is it that you're doing differently from, some of the major record labels right now in South Africa?
It's giving every artist or producer their own creative freedom, and also 90% of their royalties.
That is massive, bro. That is, we're looking at it from a business perspective. The fact that the artists that you recruit would get 90% of their royalties. How does that look in the books? How does that look business wise? Do you not think that you'd be maybe taking a hit, or is it not about money? Like, what is the motivation behind that?
Exposure,
Mm,
attracting other businesses.
mm,
So like the money won't be coming in through the artist. The artist will be creating an image that I can associate with other businesses that's gonna bring in money to the label.
Are you equally as comfortable with being an artist as you are with just being a producer? Or is there one that you might say that, listen, man, I'm more into the production, or I'm more into the vocal side of it and being an artist and all that there? Like, clear that up for me, bro.
This one is a little bit tricky because in production, I'm dope at it and it's quicker. But
Mm,
however, I'm also dope in lyrics, but it's longer.
yeah.
So that's why like you don't get more tracks from me. You have more tracks produced by me
Mm,
because it takes efforts to write. Like
yeah.
you got to think about what you're writing. With production, just slap on some samples, hit the drum kit, master that, and it's done.
So if you had to gun to your head and you had to basically make a choice, you know, do the lyric side of things or be a producer, which would you pick?
Raps.
I'm actually surprised you picked that, because I would have thought you would have said producer, because I remember from back in the day, even like when you'd send me stuff, it was you used to send like beats and I'd be like, fuck, this is fire. And then you'd send me some of the stuff that you'd hopped on as well, and it was also fire as well. But the majority, like even the stuff that you post on your social media would be like, you creating beats in those videos and all that. So this is actually a nice revelation, bro, and that if it came down to it, you'd pick being an artist, which sort of brings me to the fact that you actually have a project that came out last, I think it was towards the end of last year, with is it Mac 11?
Yeah, my dog from Canada.
Yeah, from Canada. Tell me more about that, man. Mac 11 seems like a big artist. You went on his Instagram, dude's on like 10K followers and all that there. Dude's very professional what he's doing. How did you make this connection, bro?
Oh, this connection came through like, I was just, doing my own thing. Imagine, bro, I was taking a nap, and then all of a sudden I get this message from him, and he's like, "Yo, dude, I saw your work and whatnot. Let's work." And I'm like, "But how does this guy even know me, bro?" First of all, he thought I was in his city, and I was like, "What? No, bro. Where did you get that from?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro, but shit fire. Let's just work. And I think I started working with them 2019, and until today, bro. Like, he still kept it real with me, dog. It's not like, nah, bro, I'm gonna work with this African guy, and then all of a sudden, just leave him in the ditch after that one song.
Mm.
We probably have like 10 songs together, bro.
Nice, bro. And how do you guys sort of work on those logistics? You're obviously living in an age where the internet is at it on, like, full strength and whatnot. So how do you guys work out the logistics, and how do you guys walk me through the process of you guys making a track?
Well, usually I just make the beats, send him a pack, and gives it back to me. Guess his homie KP28 to jump on it, like
Mm.
to mix it for him.
Yeah.
Then I organize like the cover art, and we talk every week on like video calls, bro.
Yeah.
Like Yo, the guy's genuine, bro.
Yo, that is flipping dope, bro. What are the future plans with you guys? Are you guys gonna be dropping more tapes, or better yet, let's focus on Never Ending, bro. How was that received when you guys released it?
Oh, bro. Hey, that was off the charts, bro. Like everybody's saying, like, dog, we need another one, bro. We need
Mm,
another one. So
mm,
I'm like, nah, bro, all in due time, dog.
yes.
Because right now I also got some of my own projects, bro. Like I'm working on Contraband too, with my team Clairvoyant. There's a group that I'm in right now. It's me, KamixxBleach, and Suzaku. Suzaku's from Durban.
Mm,
So yeah, dog. Like right now, I'm working on a big tape. There's also our tape as a group that we're gonna drop. Like there's also my tape, and there's also my tape with another producer from Canada. He's also H Beats.
mm.
Like he's also from Canada. So hey man, like I have a workload.
It's a lot of work, and you mentioned the Clairvoyant there. Like, tell me a bit more about that group. How did you guys sort of come together, and why did you sort of pick to work with those particular artists that you mentioned there, bro?
Well, I met Clairvoyant like at school on my first year. So my first year there, we were just like youngins, bro, and we didn't know what the hell's going on, bro. So we just came together one day when we were like, hitting up a sesh. So I was just making peace with this other guy called Stums, and then the other guys followed up, and they're like, "Yo, man, you know what? I think we should just make a group, man." So I was like, "All right, bro, let's do it." You know, I've never been in a clique before, so yeah, like the founder of Clairvoyance is actually Suzaku,
Yeah.
and then the content manager right now it's me, and then the executive producer for that group is Tux Beats. So yeah, with Clairvoyance, we had our first tape in 2018, which was Contraband with 5 songs.
Yeah.
So now that it's 2021, we had a group meeting last year, late last year, I think like November, and we were just discussing plans on like how we're gonna move forward. Like, what if we make a Contraband too? But this time, instead of 5 tracks, let's go all out and make 20.
And what was the conclusion of that? Are we going to be getting a 20-track Contraband too?
Yeah, and it's got some international collabs. Even your boy SK is coming in for me,
Ooh.
and yeah, dog, like, hey, bro, like I also like have this plan where I'm gonna be linking up niggas, bro. So in terms of, for example, if I get a beat from Canada,
Yeah.
I have a feature with me, and then I link myself up with somebody else. Let's say uh, there's an artist from Durban. Let's say Leroy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we make that track, and then another person comes through, and then I dish out like, okay, let's see who would be best fit for this track, and what would go well and whatnot. Like this is an experiment, bro. Like a big project for me.
And it's really dope that you're connecting people from different continents, Maji, and different regions within South Africa as well. You're out in Joburg, homies jumping on it from Pietermaritzburg, homies in Durban, homies out overseas in Canada. This is gonna be massive, bro. Give us dates, man. When can we expect the Contraband to, considering Woods is 2021?
I won't give you a solid date, but this is a 5 month project.
Mm,
Since like it's gonna take time to get people in studio, like to get verses back and stuff,
yeah,
and the mixing process and the listening session and all that, and which covers ideally right for this whole theme. Since
yeah.
I haven't got all the beats yet,
Mm,
because first I need all the beats. With all the beats, I got the sound. And
mm,
then with the lyrics, there's content. What are we gonna be rapping about? What's this whole thing about?
mm.
And then we'll have an artwork that can have one picture of all that in one. Then
Mm.
yeah, bro, everything's gonna be up on Spotify, Tidal, and all digital platforms.
Hey, bro, I'm super excited for this. I really feel like it's very ambitious, and it's something, knowing you and your work ethic, it's something that can definitely be done. I think even the listeners as well, fans of, yourself and Clairvoyant and everyone, that you're gonna be working with, bro. Like we've got a treat that's basically coming out. I'm super keen for that there. You need to hit us up when you drop, bro, so we can premiere that, man, and give these people something special, bro. Because I really feel like this should be something that is celebrated, Manji. Do you feel that the South African hip hop scene and hip hop creatives are supporting each other enough, or on that tip that you're on right now, where you want to be inclusive, you want to be featuring different artists and all that. Are artists and hip hop supporting each other enough right now?
I know everybody's gonna be like, if you could just have like a feature with Flame, with Nasty, with Reese. Nah, dog. Like my route is different, bro. Like I'm going my own lane, bro.
Mm,
Like I'll seek out people that really are beneficial to my music and they know me
yeah,
well. Like for
yeah.
example, I'm gonna drop this one hint on the tape, which is like there's gonna be a French guy, a French rapper also on it.
Mm,
So there's also diversity in terms of lingo,
yeah.
bro. Like, hey, dog, there's also gonna be some Afro pop. Like, hey, man,
Mm.
I'm ready.
You've been mentioning a lot of these artists are male artists. If you're talking diversity, are there also then going to be some female artists in there that you're going to be pushing?
Yeah, there's also gonna be some neo soul. There's gonna be some trap soul. There's gonna be you know, a female rapper. There's also a female singer. Like you gonna see.
Mm. Nah, bro, that is some solid stuff, man. And just obviously for your journey and all that, it being 2021, what are the plans for the remainder of this year, considering it's just started? Yeah, what's in the pipeline?
More music videos, more interviews, and more shows, and
Mm.
more content.
Speaking of shows, um, like since last year, we've basically been under a situation that's basically it's nothing we're used to as humanity. The whole pandemic and obviously lockdown and all that. And one of like a pattern that I've noticed with a lot of the artists that are coming through is that they've had to change, they've had to adapt in terms of their approach. There are no more shows that are allowed to be played. Venues are closing down and all that. Tell me about your experience under lockdown and what it has sort of forced you to sort of do, and what impact has it had on your music career?
I came to a realization that we can't be doing shows. Some shows get canceled. Some they just tell you off the get go that no, bro, we're not doing shows, due to COVID and whatnot.
Mm,
So my approach is more studio time. Like I have my own studio, so that means I'm hitting up more clients to come record. I'm making more beats to sell. The work rate has gone 10 times harder since the shows have been canceled. So
mm,
now I have to look for another way of getting income equivalent to a show. So how I'm gonna do that? I sell packs. I sell like 5 beats for 1.5. You
mm.
know,
And I feel like would you say that being a producer right now in South Africa under lockdown like this is something that is sustainable, like for any aspiring producers who sort of want to get into this but also want to get some spare change and all that? Is it something that is a sustainable career?
yeah, most def, bro. As long as you're in the studio and you're working, bro, it's very possible.
What would you say, just as a tip to those people who are listening and they want to be sort of like producers maybe one day, what sort of tips would you give them? What are the golden tips when it comes to, production and sound engineering?
Be yourself.
Mm,
Legit. Legit. Don't be watching tutorials and you're like, I want to be like. Don't be hearing like type these and you're like, I want to make it just like that. Do
mm,
your own thing, bro. Make it sound like the stuff you do, Like for me, I would like most of my drums mixed. Some of
mm,
them I like them raw,
yeah,
like it's not even mixed, but I like it. I'm like, all right, bro. I don't have people telling me your beat sounds like,
mm,
yeah, maybe one or two, but they'll always chop and change, bro. They'll never be the same guy, bro.
yeah,
So you'll
yeah.
never know. You'll never know what I'm taking from a person or whatnot. You're
Mm.
supposed to be influenced, not you're supposed to like copy the guy.
And who would you say some of your influences are, bro, when it comes to production?
Southside Metro, Boy Wonder.
All right, bro. Nah, it makes sense, and I think also even fans of Boy Wonder would be able to pick up those subtleties as well. But I think the key point is what you said there, is that you're not trying to copy. It's just you being influenced and you adding your own flavor, and it just completely sounds like something new, which is beautiful, man. What one last point that I want to touch on, because a lot of people would come and they know you as KamixxBleach, and they know you as a producer. Like I said, when I met you, you were already producing, right? So I want to know where
Yeah.
this sort of started for you. What sort of motivated you to become a producer? When did this start? What year did this happen? What was your first DAW? Let me in on that.
Actually, like in grade 7, I met up with two, three guys from there. One is Steven, one is Pele, and the other one is Dumelo.
Mm.
So with those guys, they were in my hood in Chase Valley. So they started up with this rap game. So I was like, all right, bro, let me give it a kick. Like everybody, bro. Let me try it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tried it out. And then my raps weren't really that good because I used to rap about, nonsense, bro.
Yeah.
So I I ended up like rapping nonsense on this guy's beats. And then he's like, bro, I don't want you rapping on my beats anymore, bro. So I was like, okay, man, it's cool. I'm not gonna download beats. You know what? I'm gonna do this myself.
Yeah.
And ever since then, bro, from grade 8, I've been doing it. And I've been using FL ever since. My first FL was FL8.
It's been such an immaculate journey, bro, and the fact that things ended up being the way that they are right now. What happened to that other homie, bro? Like, where is he now?
Well, the guy is busy with his studies, bro. Like the guy is into like teaching and stuff. And like most of these guys have left the game, bro. And I'm still
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, yeah. I think that is one of the most powerful things, bro. That's how you sort of gauge the people that are in this for certain reasons and stuff. I've always been under the impression that the people who end up not being in it for the long run, it may not always be the case, but you'll find that sometimes they were in it maybe for the wrong reasons. Some of them maybe were just riding the wave and all that. But I
You know?
think the one thing that sort of sets you apart, and anyone who basically has been doing something for a very long time, regardless of the wave, is just consistency. The fact that you're still here from back when you did this in grade 8 really means that you're passionate about this and you're not doing it for clouds. You're not on that wave, on the new wave and all that shit. So it's all about adapting as well. And I think you've killed that, bro, which is why I feel privileged, bro, that I even got an opportunity to have this chat with you. Sort of closing it out. Are there
Yeah.
any shout outs that you want to give before we end?
Uh, yeah, I'll give a shout out in a minute. I just wanted to underline that, hey man, I could have been a basketball player, bro.
Damn. What? Dive into that, bro. We
So
can't we can't leave that point open. What happened?
yeah, bro. So like my mom got me trials at like Midlands trials and stuff. So I kind of turned that down because I made a decision, bro. I was supposed to go to DHS,
Yeah.
Durban High School,
Yeah.
and actually like do my matric there and stuff.
Mm.
So my mom was like, "Nah, I'm not going to Durban."
Damn.
I could have been an NBA African star.
Yeah.
My mom would have got me that shot, bro.
Yeah. Are there any regrets though so far that you didn't dive into that further, or is it all just you where you're meant to be?
Hey, bro, everything is where it's meant to be. Otherwise, if I was still doing basketball right now, you wouldn't be hearing any of this. There wouldn't be this interview right now.
Yeah, yeah. Now that is something special, my G. I like before I had almost closed off before I even jumped on this point. The fact that you're a Liverpool supporter, I can't really. you. Why Liverpool, Doug?
I would lie to you, like, ever since I was a little kid, bro, like, the first time I played FIFA was FIFA 05.
Yeah,
And I used to play with Liverpool, bro. Well, back then when Michael Owen was the striker and Robbie Fowler.
yeah,
So I grew into that. I grew into the culture with Ian Rush, John Barnes, and then it grew up, bro. And then Steven Gerrard era. Hey, bro, like yo,
yeah.
I gave my life to the club, bro. I was like, yo, man.
What are your feelings towards Klopp right now and the way that he's doing?
Currently the league is in bad form.
Yeah,
We're doing badly. However, we're doing well in the Champions League, despite like you know what's happening in the Premier League. And yeah, I don't think this is our season due to injuries
yeah,
and inconsistency.
yeah.
But however, top four most def. I'm not gonna let Chelsea and West Ham get there.
Bro, I wanna make an unofficial bet with you, bro. In that we are
Okay.
I'm a Chelsea supporter. This is man, I shouldn't have said this. But anyways, I'm gonna stick through that. We are gonna finish above you guys this season.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay.
Like I think it's basically gonna be Man City, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool in that order right there. Because if you actually
Don't
look at it
deny this,
now,
though.
Hey.
Don't deny Leicester, bro.
Nah, bro, I don't think they're consistent enough to be in the top four. Hey, they'd probably be after. They'd probably be like fifth or something. But I really feel like the direction we're going, bro, it will land us like the third spot.
You guys should have given Lampard more time, though.
Nah, bro. You see, at Chelsea, the philosophy is you need to win, bro. You need to win cups. That's the philosophy. You need to win the league. You know, you need results. Results are the Chelsea philosophy. And unfortunately, as much as Lampard was a legend, the results had started sort of being on a decline. So, yes, we could argue, Guti, he needed more time, but he's just unfortunate to be under leadership that sort of demands, results and all that there, bro. But I actually envied Liverpool for a very long time. Like with what you guys have, you have a lot of sustainability in there, bro. Like a long-term plan. Which players do you have your eye on, bro? While we still on soccer, which players do you reckon would actually go into that Liverpool squad and boost your chances of winning maybe next season?
Mbappe, most def.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like if we can just get that transfer and get like Van Dijk back and Fabinho back. I mean, like we already signed Kaba for like 6 months, but I feel like since we're already starting him, like if we can prove in the 6 months that he deserves a permanent deal, then let's get it. I'm not too sure about Ben Davis, but he could be a good backup for us. We got too many defenders now, bro.
Yeah, but you need that squad depth, bro. Like Njengobu Van Dijk and injured. You need someone who's gonna come in there and sort of pick up from where he's left off, bro. But send your shout outs, bro.
I'd like to say a shout out to my mom, most definitely, making this everything possible for me from birth. And then I want to say shout out to my engineer at KamixxBleach, and I want to say shout out to all my dogs that are supporting me in Canada, bro.
Oh, yeah, that is solid, my G. Listen, it's been a real pleasure chatting with you, man. I really appreciate you coming on the platform. Really nice learning about you and getting more background insight. Give us your handles, man, if people want to get in touch with you and follow you on social media.
Well, my handle is at KamixxBleach. Kami, KAMIXX, Bleach, BLEACH, on all platforms.
Bro, thank you so much for coming through to the show. I think we need to basically play out with one of your tracks. Before we get there, I just want to send a special thank you to everyone who's been listening to this episode. Obviously, catch it on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as well. We go by the alias Sludge Underground Podcast on all those platforms, on Instagram at Sludge Underground, on Twitter at Sludge031, on Facebook at Sludge Underground.
Let's go. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. What? Just caught me a zippin', I'm high, bro. They walk what I'm sippin', I eye roll. They callin', they gettin' the dial tone. We party like Cinco de Mayo. High hope, but ain't got 7 doors. I'm home, but I'm not getting bored. Why you broke? I could never be poor. I'm pouring up red till I snore. Just caught me a zippin', I'm high, bro. They walk what I'm sippin', I eye roll. They callin', they gettin' the dial tone. We party like Cinco de Mayo. High hope, but ain't got 7 doors. I'm home, but I'm not getting bored. Why you broke? I could never be poor. I'm pouring up red till I snore. I'm high all the time. Red wine got me so sublime. I'm that God, super fucking fly. Hot like summertime. I ain't told them lies. Tryna stack up bang like I'm TD. Ride like a plane over genie. Ride with the gang, you can see me. You could die with a bang, you go beanie. No private and ranking, no PD. I'm driving and drinking, I'm leaning. You firing them blanks, I ain't bleeding. Don't try me, my gang undefeated. Beat it up, beat it up, beat it. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it going. I need me the cream, I got greedy. I'm feeling so clean, I'm conceited. All G's in my team and I lead it. I'm leaving the scene, it's no secret. I just might pop me a bean, I'ma eat it. They just can't believe it. I'ma get the man's up while I'm breathing. Hanging with them demons. And they got no manners, they gon' squeeze it. Take this shit or leave it. Better than the man, I got a reason. Make this shit look easy. I don't give a damn and that ain't reason. I just caught me a zippin', I'm high, bro. They walk what I'm sippin', I eye roll. They callin', they gettin' the dial tone. We party like Cinco de Mayo. High hope, but ain't got 7 doors. I'm home, but I'm not getting bored. Why you broke? I could never be poor. I'm pouring up red till I snore. Just caught me a zippin', I'm high, bro. They walk what I'm sippin', I eye roll. They callin', they gettin' the dial tone. We party like Cinco de Mayo. High hope, but ain't got 7 doors. I'm home, but I'm not getting bored. Why you broke? I could never be poor. I'm pouring up red till I snore. Just caught me a zippin', I'm high, bro. They walk what I'm sippin', I eye roll. They callin', they gettin' the dial tone. We like Cinco de Mayo. High hope, but I got 7 doors. I'm home, but I'm not getting bored. While you broke, I can never be poor. I'm pouring up red till I snore.